Hello everyone, welcome to Lukmaan IAS. Today we are going to have a DTRS session. In this session we are going to discuss 10 important current affair topics through MCQs. And the lead topic for today's discussion is Farmers Distress Index. So we will understand about what is Farmers Distress Index, what is the, let's say, objective of this particular index. We are going to discuss in detail about that. Okay. So before we go ahead, let us quickly discuss about this particular quotation. Okay, so this quotation says, the mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be ignited. Means like this particular quotation gives the significance to the mind that, like, we just need to ignite the mind with some idea, and the mind is itself going to, let's say, carry forward that particular idea and work on it. Okay, so like it just needs to be ignited. We don't need to fill the mind with lot of information, right? It needs some kind of motivation, it needs some kind of encouragement for something. Once it is there, right, so it's going to go ahead itself. Okay, that's the thing. So such quotations are very much important for the UPSC essay paper and also GS paper 4. Now let us discuss about some of the programs that Lukmaan IAS is running. One of the program is Lukmaan Bulletin. So what is Lukmaan Bulletin? Basically, like, it's a current affairs program wherein we discuss UPSC prelims and means related current affairs in detail in the classroom. All right. Apart from this, we are also running the Panch Sutra All India Prelims mock test series. So all of you who are planning to appear in UPSC prelims exam of this year, this mock test series is going to be beneficial for you. So you may appear in this mock test series to come across new important topics, and also you will get the video discussions, right? You will come across, let's say, like, many important topics to revise your concepts. And GS Foundation batch is going to start with Science and Technology module at Lukmaan IAS. It's going to start from 5th of May 2025. So these are the 10 important topics that we are going to discuss in detail today. All right. So now let us talk about the first topic. So the first topic, as we discussed, name of the topic is Farmers Distress Index. Okay, so basically it's an index that is being managed, right? The objective of this index is to create some, let's say, like, database or data sources that can predict what kind of distress may come up for the farmers, so that, let's say, like, some predictable actions can be taken, some prior actions can be taken, so that that distress does not actually come. Okay. So first statement is wrong, because this statement says it is a pan-India survey. But the thing is, this is not a pan-India survey. It has just been initiated, right, for a certain specific regions in selected districts in the country. However, it has not yet, let's say, reached to the pan-India level. The second statement is right. It says the FDI is designed to develop a forewarning system to take preventive measures to identify farmers' distress, providing alerts 3 months in advance. This statement is right. Correct answer is option B for this question. And we have a similar question in the UPSC prelims previous year. Okay, so UPSC has asked similar question in the past also. So this newspaper article came in the Press Information Bureau that talked about Farmers Distress Index, Farm Distress Index. Okay, so this index is very important, right? Now let us talk about another question. This particular question is from Art and Culture section. So it says, consider the following statements regarding Yao Shang festival. Okay, so they have asked about a festival. Name of the festival is Yao Shang festival. So there are two statements related to this festival. Number one, the festival marks the beginning of spring and closely linked to the celebration of Hindu festival of Holi. This statement is right. And this festival is marked by construction of small thatch huts that are set ablaze after traditional rituals. Ablaze means, like, this particular small hut that they make, right? This hut is actually put on fire. Okay, so it's burnt after the celebration of the festival. Both these statements are right. So basically there is a group, I mean, like, Methi group, I think, like, in the state of Manipur, right? So they celebrate this particular thing. So it is closely linked with Holi. Okay, so it says Yoshang festival returns to Manipur. Okay. Now let us talk about another question, question number 3. This question is again from the Art and Culture section. Basically it can be linked with that. So let us read this question. So this question is asking about pilgrimage, rejuvenation and spiritual heritage augmentation drive. which in short is known as Prasad scheme. Okay, Prasad scheme. So there are two statements. Number one, it says it is being implemented under the Ministry of Culture. Okay, it says it is being implemented under the Ministry of Culture. Now, but this particular statement is wrong. Why this statement is wrong? Because it is the Ministry of Tourism, okay, not the Ministry of Culture. It is Ministry of Tourism that has initiated this Prasad scheme. The Buddhist circuit has been identified as one of the thematic circuits for development under the Prasad scheme. This statement is also wrong because this Buddhist circle is not part of Prasad scheme. Okay, Buddhist circle is part of another thing which is known as Swadesh Darshan scheme. Okay, which scheme? It is Swadesh Darshan scheme. Okay, Swadesh Darshan scheme. So both these statements are wrong. Correct answer is option D. Now with this, let us move to the next question. This is another question. This question is let's say regarding the constitutional courts in India. When we talk about constitutional courts, we mean the high courts and the Supreme Court in the country. Okay, so it says consider the following statements regarding accountability mechanism for judges of the constitutional courts in India. Okay, how judges are made accountable. So related to that, 4 statements are there. Statement 1 is correct. It says criminal complaints against sitting judges require prior consultation with the Chief Justice of India before investigation. Okay, let's say there is a High Court judge or a Supreme Court judge, right? So he has committed some criminal offenses. So like, to initiate an FIR, to initiate an inquiry, right, prior approval of the Chief Justice of India is required. This statement is right. Okay. Second statement says Lokpal and Lokayukta Act 2013 explicitly exclude judges from the definition of public servant. This statement is wrong. Okay, what do we mean by this? This statement basically says that in this particular act, Lokpal and Lokayukta Act, do they have an explicit statement in that particular act that excludes the judges, right, from the definition of public servant? So the thing is like, there is no line, right, that explicitly mentioned that judges are considered to be public servant. Okay, so this statement is wrong. All right. The in-house procedure for judicial misconduct is a statutory mechanism. Okay. This statement is also wrong. Why? Because this in-house thing is not a statutory mechanism. Okay. It is a, let's say, self-regulatory mechanism. Okay, it's a non-statutory, okay, and self-regulatory, okay, self-regulatory mechanism. That's the thing. Statement number 4. A parliamentary motion for judges removal requires a simple majority in both houses of the parliament. Okay, so it says a parliamentary. So this statement is wrong. If you want to impeach a judge, if you want to remove a judge, right? So in that case, let's say simple majority is not needed, right? In that case, a special majority is required. A special majority of both the houses of the parliament and of the total membership of the houses. Okay, special majority is needed. So correct answer is only one statement is correct. Okay. So that's the thing. So read this question once again so that you understand it well. Okay, because like, related to judges, related to courts, lot of articles are coming in the newspaper nowadays. So you need to follow the current affairs as well. Now we have another question. So this question is, let's say like regarding various things. Okay, so basically like, here 2 statements are given. It says the National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority under the Department of Health and Family Welfare fixes the ceiling price of scheduled medicine listed in the National List of Essential Medicine. So this statement is wrong. Why? Because it is not this particular department. Okay, so it is Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Okay, notifies the National List of Essential Medicines. Okay, and the National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority under the Department of Pharmaceuticals. Okay, this particular National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority comes under the Department of Pharmaceuticals. Okay, so name of the department is wrong here. It should be Department of, I'm just writing Department of Pharmaceuticals. Department of Pharmaceuticals. Are you understanding? Now next, under the Amrit initiative of the Department of Pharmaceuticals, medicines, implants, surgical disposables and other consumables are provided at significant discounts. So this statement is also wrong, because like when we talk about this particular thing, okay, this particular thing, it is basically part of the Department of Health and Family Welfare, okay, affordable medicines related things. So it is Department of Health and Family Welfare, Department of Health and Family Welfare, like that. So you know there is a Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Similarly, we have a department also, Department of Health and Family Welfare. So correct answer is option D. Okay, I hope you have understood both the questions, both the statements. Now let us talk about another question. So question number 6. We will read this question properly. So it says, consider the following statement, or in the context of National Program for Dairy Development. Okay, National Program for Dairy Development, consider the following statement. So it says it is a central sector scheme. This statement is right. Okay, so this particular, I mean like this National Program for Dairy Development was recently in news, and this is a central sector scheme. Okay, the program aims to foster dairy development through cooperation with financial help from Germany. So we are not taking any financial help from Germany. Okay, Germany is not involved here. That's the thing. The Ministry of Cooperatives, this statement is also wrong, because the name of the ministry is wrong over here. Okay, it's not the Ministry of Cooperatives. Basically like Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying. Okay, Ministry of Fisheries, right? Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, like that. Okay, I'm just writing in short so that you can understand. Only one statement is correct. They are asking how many of the above statements are correct. Only one. Now let us move to next question. Okay, so before we read this question, you need to understand that you can download this particular PDF from the description of this video, and you can go through this entire document to learn about nuances of these questions, because like we have given in-depth explanation of every question. So now it says, consider the following statements about National Wildlife Health Policy. Okay, National Wildlife Health Policy. So we have two statements related to this. It says it is being drafted under the National Wildlife Action Plan and follows One Health approach. Okay, this statement is right. The National Referral Center for Wildlife in Gujarat is India's first dedicated wildlife disease diagnostics and research center. This is also right. Both these statements are right. Here we need to understand what do we mean by One Health policy. Basically, One Health policy focuses on one important concept, is that health of the environment, health of animals and health of human beings, they all are interconnected. If the health of animals are not right, if they are not healthy, it's going to affect health of human beings also, it's going to affect health of environment as well. Similarly, if the health of the environment is not right, in that case it's going to affect the health of wildlife also, it's going to affect the health of human beings also. So One Health initiative concept says that all the health, health of the environment, health of animals and plants, and human beings, all of them are interconnected. Okay, they should be considered to be, let's say, unified entity, which is One Health. Okay, that's the thing. So 5 years after COVID pandemic, National Wildlife Health Policy takes shape. Okay, so this particular health policy is taking shape after 5 years of COVID-19. Now we have another question, question number 8, with reference to the Indo-Pacific Oceans Initiative. Okay, consider the following statements. So it says it was launched by India at the ASEAN-led East Asia Summit. This statement is wrong. Okay, I mean like all this part is right, only the year is wrong. Year is 2019. So it was launched by India at the ASEAN-led East Asia Summit. Okay, it was launched by India. Now, it is a non-treaty based voluntary initiative aimed at strengthening security, stability and development in the maritime domain. Okay, so this particular statement, let's say this particular statement is also right in this question. Okay, this statement is right basically. So it is a non-treaty based voluntary initiative. Okay, then third statement, it has 7 pillars and different countries take lead in specific areas of cooperation. This is also right. So correct answer is option B. 2 and 3. So it is related to Indo-Pacific Oceans Initiative. Why it was in news? Because recently New Zealand has joined this initiative, alright. So Prime Minister Modi and New Zealand's Luxon commit to strengthen ties and promote regional stability, okay, that's the thing. Now let us talk about another question, question number 9, okay, let's discuss about this question. With reference to Shistachar Squad, recently seen in the news, consider the following statements. So we have 3 statements related to this squad. It is an initiative of Government of India. This statement is wrong because like recently the Delhi government has initiated this, okay, Delhi government. These squads are supervised by the Ministry of Home Affairs. No, this is wrong. Basically they are supervised by the ACPs, okay, ACPs, Assistant Commissioner of Police, okay, kind of ACPs for the protection of women and child, like that, okay. This squad consists of both male and female police officers and conducts patrolling, surprise checks and awareness drives to ensure women's safety. This statement is right. Only 3 statements, 3rd statement is right, okay. Shistachar Squad is similar to, I mean like, you know, an initiative that was initiated by Government of Uttar Pradesh, okay. So on that line they have initiated Delhi police to create Shistachar Squad to check harassment of women in public spaces, okay, that's the thing. Now let's talk about another question, which is question number 10. So what it says, recently Sansad Bhashini initiative, okay, so we are talking about a new initiative which is Sansad Bhashini initiative, was launched in which of the following statements is significant initiative of this governance? I mean like, you know, very lengthy and that statement. So basically Sansad Bhashini, it promotes linguistic diversity and enhances accessibility in parliamentary proceedings, okay. It's a kind of new initiative so that let's say multiple languages can be spoken in the parliament, which is already being done, and it's basically an AI based digital initiative. It enables real-time translation, transcription and data access of parliamentary records in multiple Indian languages, okay. Sansad Bhashini, okay, so whatever is being spoken, so it's going to be translated in real time using artificial intelligence, that's the thing. Sansad Bhashini initiative to revolutionize parliamentary documentation and accessibility through AI and real time translations, that's the thing, okay. So that's all from my side for the day. Thank you so much everyone for attending today's session. I hope you have a good day ahead. Thank you.